Okay, so last week I said I picked up one of the 3 titles from Spawn. Before I get into the book that I chose to pick up from the other series, I'll get into why I decided to do that. As you guys know, I've been reading and reviewing the main series Spawn, starting from issue 1. The compendium's right behind that, Spawn Universe. You can probably see the spine right there. But yes, I've been reading that, and it's been alright. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I'm enjoying it. I'm only on the 5th or 6th issue. It might get worse. Who knows? But I've been enjoying it. But the thing is, it's in a compendium form, and something that you don't get in the compendium is the covers. But that's all right. So a few days ago, I was just thinking, like, I've never had a series that I've picked up month to month. All my life, all the comics I've read has been in trade paperbacks or just random back issues I get from garage sales, church sales, just random stuff. I've never had a series that I pick up month to month. And I was thinking, what, like, if I wanted to get into that, what would be a great series? And I came to the conclusion that I think a good one would be the Spawn universe. Something when I was reading reviews for the main series Spawn, something that everyone said on YouTube, is that the main series, especially the old stuff, isn't good, but the new stuff that Todd McFarlane is doing now is great. So that's one reason. Another reason is I'm not that late into catching up. As in, like, with the main series of Spawn, I'm behind 300 issues. Another series I was thinking of getting was Saga. I've heard very good things about that. But they're like on their 60th issue or something like that. With this new Spawn series, I'm only like 20 issues behind. So I did bite the bullet, and it's right here actually. I did buy all the issues catching up to the series. I did. So, it was a bit expensive, but it is what it is. Now it's just one purchase a month, which is a bit more reasonable. Way reasonable, actually. Another reason I chose Spawn was because they're really the only comic books I could think of right now that are $3 American, which is around $4 Canadian. They're literally every other comic book for sale right now is like $5, $6. When you get into like the DC and Marvel stuff, they be selling like $7. It's insanity. It's insanity what one issue is worth. One issue costs. Obviously, for the number one and for the Spawn's universe, it was more expensive because they're like 40 to 60 pages long. The regular comics are 20. So for the first 2 issues, fine, whatever, it's more expensive. But for the rest, it's cheaper. Way cheaper than a normal comic book. Alright, and the last thing I'll talk about regarding why I picked up this title, I might as well just reveal it now. It's Gunslinger Spawn. And it's because of the art. The art is amazing. Like, look at this cover. It's beautiful. I love it. Drawn by Brett Booth. He's the guy that did all the interior. And personally for me, I am not a super big fan of digital art. That's just a preference. I don't really like it in comics. I personally like that kind of the hand-drawn. I like it when art looks like kind of sketches. That's what I like. That's why this Spawn, it drew me in. That's why I really like it, because you can see that he sketched it out. You can see all that. That's why Greg Capullo is my favorite artist, because his art looks hand-drawn. It is hand-drawn. And Brett Booth is the exact same. All his art is pencil and paper, and it looks amazing. It truly looks amazing. Something that I've known, I figured out, is the new Spawn titles, they get super digital. They're like really, they look like Jock's art. And personally, in my opinion, I think Jock is a bit overrated. I know that's blasphemy because he's very beloved by the community, and good for you guys for liking Jock. Like, I mean, he's a talented artist, but he's not a personal favorite. That's all. So around like Spawn 200-ish, that's when the art gets super digital, and with the Scorched and with King Spawn, again, the art there is very digitalized. Personally, that's just not for me. But with Gunslinger Spawn, I mean, like, let's find a panel. Let's find something. Like, look at that. That looks amazing. I love this. It's every panel is amazing. I love it. It's great. Before we get into the book, the last reason why I decided to go with the Gunslinger is just because I kind of touched upon this on the last video, I heard that this is the least connected to what's going on in the Spawn universe. He's kind of a standalone character. I don't know his involvement in Scorched. I did look into the first issue of Scorched, and he seems to be in there. I don't know about that, but it's so far, it seems that he's kind of in his own world right now. So I do like that a lot, that I don't have to know what's going on in the other books to understand what's going on here. So those are the reasons why I've decided to start reading Gunslinger Spawn. And this won't interfere with the schedule I have for Spawn. I'm still going to be uploading new reviews for the Spawn title every Tuesday, and I'll figure out a time, whatever, to upload these reviews. Probably going to do once a week for Gunslinger 2, and then whenever I catch up, because I'm 18 issues behind, 17, 18 issues behind, whenever I catch up, then I'll be doing monthly reviews. I don't know exactly when I'll be uploading this. I'll figure it out sometime. So yeah, let's get into the issue. The issue starts off. In the previous book, I was a bit confused because Spawn, he shoots Spawn to some forest, and then in the backup, he's by himself. So this issue picks up where the main issue left off, where they're in the forest and Spawn he dips away. And something, again, a bit confusing, is apparently wherever Gunslinger Spawn teleported them to was like a known location. He was already there because it shows that he had a motorcycle there already stashed away. So this wasn't like he teleported to some random location to escape. It was like, no, he's been here before, which is, they don't explain why, but that's okay. Then we cut to some gas station clerk that's, goofing off or whatever. He leaves with his friends. He comes back. He sees Spawn is here. And Spawn is like, why isn't my motorcycle working? He doesn't know a motorcycle because he doesn't know what a motorcycle is. And then it's because it's out of gas. So what I'm piecing together is that Gunslinger Spawn came from the 1800s to now. So it's kind of a fish out of water situation where he doesn't know the technologies of Earth. That's kind of what I'm figuring out right now. So he doesn't know how a motorcycle works. They have a pun about horsepower, which is, alright, fine, I giggled there. Then we get this crazy spread of these dinosaurs. And I'm finding out that Brett Booth, the artist, he loves dinosaurs. He loves drawing dinosaurs. So we're probably going to see a lot of dinosaurs pop up in this book. And I'm not really complaining because the dinosaurs look very cool. I like the dinosaurs a lot. What I like even more than the dinosaurs, to be honest, though, is this guy's wings. They look amazing. I don't know, something about the wings just look really cool. And apparently he's the devil guy. He's like a demon angel or something. In the last book, there was angels scheming, and now we're looking at the hell side of things that are scheming. So they're up to their schemes. Yeah, so while the villains are scheming, the guy that Spawn meets, I forget his name. His first name isn't important, his last name is important. He shows him Google, and of course Spawn doesn't know what the hell Google is. So while they're talking, while him and the guy are talking, some angel, heavenly species interrupts them, tries to kill them, tries to attack them, and now we get our first glimpse of how brutal this book is going to be. Gunslinger Spawn obviously defeats him, and the way he finishes him off is, yeah. Okay. I'm starting to really like this book. Like, it's brutal, it's crazy. He shoots him in the chest, shoots him in the head, stabs him twice in the head. Like, there's no coming back for this guy, that's for sure. He's over with. So then after the killing of the angel, Gunslinger Spawn makes his helper guy go home. And when the kid goes in the house, he finds out that his dad is plotting with these creatures over here. And his dad flips out, and the creatures are like, no one's supposed to be here, we're gonna have to kill your kid. And the dad is like, oh, okay, I guess you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. And he blames his son. He's like, you brought this upon yourself. And that's kind of where the issue ends, on this cliffhanger, where the kid's dad is scheming with the bad guys, and they're about to kill the kid, and Spawn jumps into the rescue, which, it looks great. It really does look amazing. So there's more. There's backup. So I'll kind of give my review of this first issue. Yeah, it's a great first issue. I really do like it. I had to compare it to the first Spawn issue. I think I might. I think I'll say this. So the Spawn issue is better, just because the Spawn issue is a true #1, and it's like you don't know anything. So you really like you don't need any context to understand Spawn #1. You do need some context to understand this, and I'm still a bit confused, but you know, it's it's a very good issue. I very much do like it. All right, now for the backups. I really like these backups. There are some great backups. I don't know if they're drawn by Brett Booth. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think so. The lynching is the first backup, where essentially it goes back. These backups are from the medieval era, not medieval, my bad, from the Western era, from where Spawn is originally from. Uh, where the first backup is him showing the father of these criminals his dead sons, which is really messed up, especially the method in which he shows it to them. He hangs their sons, buries them, and then rehangs them and make his father watch, make their father watch him rehang them. This is really weird, really weird. So this Gunslinger Spawn, he's definitely not a clean cut good guy. He kind of a weird guy, to be honest, but I like it. I really like it. So that's the first issue, the first backup. The second backup is kind of explaining his weapons, explaining that for him to kill these angels and demons, he can't just use regular bullets. He has to use blood bullets. He has to take his own blood, dip it in the bullets. And I really like this panel right here. It looks amazing. It looks real. Like the blood effect looks like it doesn't look like a cartoon. I don't know. It's such an amazing drawing. So, and it explains that it's kind of a win-lose because he has these bullets, but he only has a limited supply of blood, which I'm a bit confused by because can't you just doesn't blood regenerate? Is it different for spawns? Because if you lose blood, it comes back, does it not? So if he has a schedule, cut yourself once a month or something, I don't know. Maybe it's different for spawns. Maybe it's explained in the 300 issues I haven't read as yet. I don't know. So yeah, I do like this backup, and my favorite backup. Ironically, I was discussing before of how I'm not a fan of digital art, and this is kind of the art that I'm talking about. This super digitalized type of art. It's just not my cup of tea. But ironically, this is my favorite backup. It really is. Just him being like a sheriff. There's this asshole guy who is just being an asshole to this kid, and Spawn comes in, and this again ironic because it's not Brett. It's not, this artist isn't the reason why I'm buying this comic, but this is my favorite panel in the entire comic right here. I love this so much. Spawn introduces himself in a classic Western fashion. Amazing. I love it. It's great. Introduces himself, and then does he kill him? I forget if he kills him or not. I think he does kill him. Yeah, he definitely offs him for sure. And then he gives the kid the knife, and he strodes away, typical cowboy style. Something they mentioned is there was a specific design that the bad guy wrote in the desk. This kind of weird curvy cross thing. Will that pop up in later issues? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But they kind of make a point to show it, so maybe it will. Yeah, this is by far my favorite backup. So overall, Gunslinger Spawn #1, I'm very satisfied with this issue. I do like it a lot. Thank God the issues get way cheaper from now on. Overall, if I have to give it a grade, including the backups and the main story, easy 8.5. I do like it a lot. This makes me excited for the next issues, and the cover. The cover is just amazing. I love these covers. I'm so happy that I finally get Spawn covers now, because, listen, the compendium's cheap, at least cheaper than a normal book, a trade paperback, but they don't come with covers, and Spawn is infamous for its covers, and these covers look great. I'm very happy with the covers I'm getting, so very excited for Gunslinger Spawn.